I'm pretty sure this person called in before, didn't they today? And didn't they have like a terrible thing? Let's find out. Coming up is Bad, who wants to talk about trans men and women being men and women because God created them. Bad, can I get your age and pronouns, please?
Uh, yeah, my name's Ben. I'm from Chicago, and my pronouns.
Okay,
I'm old
okay.
school, man. So if you guys are gonna play this game with me, I'm just gonna say head doggy style, and a whole lot of titty rubbing, dog.
You got the whole club laughing right now.
I didn't catch that. Which one? What was your pronoun?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm a clown, you know.
Not a very
I'm a
That's
good
not a
one.
clown,
pronoun.
man. I like to have fun with people, man. But no, on some
What-
serious stuff, man. Nobody want to put themselves in somebody else's shoes. We become a society where
Bad.
we're
I'm
just
sorry.
shakers
Bad,
and
bad, bad,
movers,
bad,
and we
bad,
just
bad, bad, bad. Stop, stop. I don't engage with conversations until the
yeah.
questions I asked at the start of the stream get answered. So you need to answer the questions I asked you, which are what are your pronouns?
I told you, head doggy style, and a whole lot of titty rubbing.
None of those are pronouns.
There's 111 pronouns in the English language, and those weren't that. None of those were one of them. So do you want to try again?
No, I don't have pronouns. I didn't grow up with pronouns.
I'm sorry. Can you
So
say
for
that
you guys
sentence
to
one more
force,
time? I couldn't hear you. No. You were breaking
I
up.
said
Can you say that sentence one more time?
I, I'm 50 years old this year. In November, I'll be 50. I didn't grow up with pronouns. I didn't grow up with intersex people. I grew up with hermaphrodites. You know, I grew up with certain people around me, and that's how we grew up.
Oh my
We didn't grow up with pronouns,
god!
with they, them,
I'm gonna
and
jump today. I
suicide,
swear to God,
suicide.
I'm jumping. I'm
No,
jumping. I'm
just
jumping.
talk to me.
Bad,
No,
bad.
just talk to
Stop,
me. I
stop, stop,
promise.
stop. Bad,
Yeah.
stop. Listen to me really quick. First of all, the word that starts with an H that you used is considered a slur nowadays. We don't use it. Even medically, it's not used. It's not used to describe humans because humans can't engage in sexual hermaphroditism. So it's just a slur that's used against trans people. Thirdly, in order to tell us that you
Okay.
don't use pronouns, you used like 20 pronouns. You can't tell me here's what I want you to do. I will engage with you with no pronouns, right? Let's do it. You don't use any pronouns. If you use a pronoun at all in this conversation, you're going to hear this sound. Okay? So I'm willing to have this
Well, I don't
conversation
know.
with you
I
with no
don't technically know what a pronoun is, bro. I didn't grow up like that. I'm not
We
educated in
know that you
school
don't know that.
system. You know, none of that. I'm
As
just a homie
we
from a
know.
neighborhood.
Do you know about adjectives though?
No, I ain't got no real education. I don't. I never
Today's the
went to
day,
high
bro.
school. None of that. So I
Today's
don't
the day.
technically know. You know, all that
This is it.
proper
I'm going to start
grammar.
writing my note.
I'm just a homie from the neighborhood, and I just say it
Right.
how it is, and that's it. I just rap with
This is
people. I love everybody. I don't care who they
actually
are.
hold on though. This is actually a good place to start. So you do understand that pronouns are just a part of proper grammar.
Yeah, I believe that it's been indoctrinated in children since kindergarten all the way up. And then once they get to a certain age, a majority, the government and the school teachers, they quit getting funding to deal with those people that they already indoctrinated. And now these
Crazy.
They're
people are growing up
indoctrinating.
not knowing what's right from wrong.
Hold on.
And now they're becoming
Hold
suicidal
on.
because they believe 2 plus 2 is 5 their whole
Slow
life.
down.
And now that when somebody corrects
Bad,
them, they
bad,
don't know
bad.
how to fucking act to
Slow
it.
down.
So they flip out. And I feel
Slow
bad
down,
for
buddy.
them.
Slow down. Buddy. All you've just said to me is that you think that we're indoctrinating children with proper grammar.
Well, who taught you about pronouns? Somebody had to have taught you that. Who
My
taught
English
you that?
teacher. My
They
English
did have to
teacher in
teach
like
me that
kindergarten.
because they had. Yeah, they had to teach me that because they had to teach me how to use language.
Okay, so why didn't they teach you proper grammar with commas and periods and how to use
They did.
certain language to get you?
They
Oh,
taught
so it
me
had to
that
be about your gender. It couldn't be about social studies
Bad,
and
bad,
science
bad,
and how
bad,
to.
bad, bad, bad.
You
Please,
gotta
please,
listen.
Yeah.
You
please.
gotta listen, man. They taught me pronouns along with all of those other things that you just listed. They taught me pronouns when they taught me about punctuation. They taught me pronouns when they taught me about proverbs. They taught me pronouns when they taught me about adverbs. All of these things are literally just part of grammar. Pronouns exist as a fundamental part of the English language. Okay? We cannot speak to each other without it. We would sound like morons.
Okay, and that's the thing. Now, who runs this world? Because if you do not know who you are as we the people, like you said, God created man and woman, right? Now, if God created man and women, then who created government? We did, for our benefit. Now, all of a sudden, we are subject to the government because we're their residents and citizens. Because you forgot who you are because they indoctrinated you into believing that you were he, they, them, this, that, whatever the hell. And now you don't even know your own identity and who you are. So you cannot hold government liable or sue government, but government can drag you in the courtroom every day for not wearing a seatbelt, for not doing this. They got you. We've been bred to be like public assistance babies and prison industrial complex babies.
This can't be
I
right.
have a little bit of fun here for a sec. Can I just have like?
Yeah, go nuts. I'm
okay,
literally gonna jump.
Like, say you love someone, right? Say, you can love whoever you want, right?
No, hey,
now nobody want to.
Hey, you had a turn. Now it's my turn. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Conversation. Okay. I'm gonna go next. You said that I don't know who I am and I don't know my identity. I have no idea what you mean by this. I'm quite secure in my identity. So what's the problem?
The thing is we've been subject to a bunch of evil people. They've stolen our identities. They made us mentally ill.
Okay.
They made us movers and shakers in a commercial world that we're chasing paper and we're falling from our grace with God.
Okay. In what way are you mentally ill? I can tell you in what way I am mentally ill. I'm happy to disclose that information. In what way are you mentally ill?
Well, to me, I try to keep a clear head on what's real and what's not. The way I grew up. I'm hitting 50 years old. So when I was in school, difference from how you were in school. My government differs the way your government is. My God differs the way your God was.
My duck can lay an egg.
Yeah, man, you didn't answer my question. I asked you, you said that they've made us all mentally ill. I know how I'm mentally ill, and I am absolutely happy to disclose that. I think that it helps to reduce stigmatization of mental illness, and considering the diagnosis I have, that needs a lot of destigmatization. So I'm just wondering how you're mentally ill.
Well, if I were to say that I was mentally ill because of my government, and the same people that indoctrinated you were the same ones indoctrinating me, we come from different generations. So different generations have different reasons.
I know, but
stuff.
can you just answer the
generation
question?
Before me,
are you mentally ill?
No, I'm not mentally ill. But if I were to say I was and give reasons why, I would say because I was bred.
I don't need this. I don't need this. I just need you to answer my question.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to break it down into like a science. Like give you an honest reason for my mental instability. If I were to have any, I'm trying to break them down how it started.
There is one thing that is not happening here, and you are definitely not talking to me about science. Anyway, I asked you a yes or no question. I asked you if you were mentally ill. You said no. I want to know what protected you, because you said that the governments are making us all mentally ill. What protection do you have that other people don't?
My protections is the way that I grew up with my parents, my family, my friends, my community, my church.
Right.
Everything that we were.
Yeah, okay, that's awesome. Guess what? I had friends, family. I went to church. I went to church every fucking Sunday until I was about 14. Right? So why am I mentally ill and you're not?
What is your mental illnesses? And maybe I can break them down for you and help you, because I'm pretty good at that. I love people and I rap with people all the time. It's just some people don't want to give me a chance because they're so stuck in their own world that they don't want to step in other people's shoes. And that's what I do. I step in other people's shoes.
I can't wait for the therapy, low-key.
This is my last call, Jovan. Let me roll.
No, go ahead. I'm not saying shit. I'm just listening.
So I have quite severe OCD. So you tell me about that.
I don't really know about OCD. What is it? That like cleaning disorder, everything got to be right and perfect and this and that.
No,
I got some of that stuff too. You know, if I can't
no,
make something
you don't.
perfectly right, I'll sit there. What?
Yeah, you
That's
you
not
don't
really
have
that's not really a mental issue. That's just your own personal preference on how you
obsessed.
like things, and you're so
Nope, that's not
meticulous
what
at it
OCD.
that it makes you
Hey,
kind of
hey, stop.
great, not messed up mentally.
Misty, that's not what OCD is. You have absolutely no comprehension about mental illnesses. You have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, so what? If I don't know what OCD is, that doesn't mean that I don't care about people who say they got mental illnesses and try to help them and work through that shit. But something had to
How
get
in
in your
the
head since a
fuck?
child.
How in the
And this
fuck are you
government, the
going
way
to
it's
help
been
me?
operating, was my generation was
How?
meant to be prison industrial complex babies. That's what we were meant to be, bred for
How
fucking
are
the
you
elite to
going to
profit
help
from our
me
imprisonment
with
stays. That's why they gave us rap music. That's why they gave us go baiting.
Daddy,
That's why they
chill.
filled our music with dope and hoes and boats and hoes and all types of shit. So we could floss off that lifestyle, do it ourselves, and we could be imprisoned over that. And now they're making money from us.
That is
Now your
not
guys'
correct.
generation, they messed up with mine because they couldn't control us because we had etiquette, we had a code we lived by, no snitching, no ratting on your people, no doing this. Government's the enemy, you know what I'm saying? We gotta hide from them or else they're gonna lock you up. Now what did they do? They start turning rappers into drag queens. They start glorifying 6ix9ine and other rappers being snitches. Now all of a sudden it's good to be a snitch and turn on your people. And now all of a sudden you got homosexuality over there because men were like gangster in our generation. We're men of ours. You know what I'm saying? You protect women, your neighborhood, you this and that. But now it's like government don't want that because we're protecting ourselves, so we don't need the government. But all of a sudden now it's all homosexuality and people ratting on each other. So every generation their plot changes. And with you guys, it changed because they don't want you taking up arms against the government doing something wrong. Instead, they want you barking like a dog at them woo, 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 in protest. Now, how you going to protest on a highway and impede people's lives trying to get to work and back, going to work, making money for their families, and you on a highway impeding that? Why don't you go to your elected officials' offices? Why don't you shut their offices down so they ain't sitting there violating your right to gender and my body, my choice until it comes down to COVID, and all of a sudden now you got to take it, or else you're an anti whatever the hell homophobe for not wanting to take the shot, you know. And then all of a sudden, I mean, the list just goes on with this. But nobody wants to step in nobody's shoes. I feel bad for you people that think you got mental illnesses. You got indoctrinated.
Katie, sorry, just real quick. You are lagging like crazy.
I can see. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna go.
Use terms. What?
I need someone to remix everything that just happened.
Can you like turn your camera on and off in the Zoom, Katie? That might fix it. That fixed it, yeah.
What the fuck? I need someone to remix everything that just happened because that's gonna be so good.
Daddy, chill.
There was a moment
I mean, if you were God, hey, if you were God,
he's still here.
if you were God and you were about to let some people into your house, wouldn't you not want them to lie, steal, cheat, murder, rape, this and that, whatever? Wouldn't you want them to come in your house with the utmost respect for you in your house? So if you fell in love with someone, right, and you only had them on a beach, beautiful warm sun coming across their face, and you just sitting there looking at them, how would you know how beautiful that person was in the moonlight, in front of a fire, nice cold night, and you guys are just nice and bundled up in a fire with a blanket on, and that light's just reflecting off their face from the moon and the fire? How would you know what that looked like if you only had the sun? How would you know what a steak tastes like? Medium rare to rare and bloody's all right. If you only had like chicken, how would you know how you truly felt about somebody if you didn't lose them in a tragic accident? Now you just like going crazy because you can't live without them. You have them in your life every day and you don't even realize how much you love them until they're gone. That's like God. He's giving you an opportunity from past histories and people's lives and everybody around you to be who you want to be. But you keep falling from his graces. And that's like what he did with Sodom and Gomorrah. He blew it up because they kept practicing child pornography, homosexuality, this, that, and whatever. It was all money handlers and merchants. They only cared about their lives and what type of money they can make. How are you going to let somebody in your house as God, stepping God's shoes? How you going to let people in your house and they nasty? But you got to give them the opportunity to know what the moon looks like on the person you love's face. You got to give them the opportunity to know what a steak feels like. You have to give them an opportunity to know what the loss of love is. How are you going to know what betrayal is if you've never got betrayed? How you know what forgiveness is if you never forgave anybody?
Bars.
You know what I'm saying? The list goes on.
I think, honestly, bad when you said, how are you going to let somebody in your house and they're nasty?
Wait, what, baby? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
That really made me think.
Ew.
Nah, because your mic is kind of iffy with me, so I'm trying to, pick up on what you said, but I couldn't hear you.
Ew. Oh.
No?
Did you just call Katie baby?
Well, I'm a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? I talk to people with love and respect, and I don't care who they are, what they are. You know, everybody deserves a benefit of the doubt. Be real with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Don't just like overlook them like, ew, he this and he that and whatever the hell and ew, you know. Like I'm from Chicago. We are melting pot. I've been around every single crowd my whole life, and I've never had issues.
Stop.
And it ain't till the last few years that I started being looking at like a white.
I just said to mute him. What the fuck? What is happening? Oh my god.
How are you going to let somebody in your house and they're nasty, though? You ever had a moment like that? Where you're like, I've had lots of people around after drinking or something like that, and I'm like looking around and I'm like, how am I going to let people like this guy in my house though? Come on.
I can't.
That's a moment of reflection.
I can't breathe. Wait, I want to see something real quick. Hold on.
If he's still talking.
Maybe. I gotta ask him a question. Hey, bad. I have a real bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a really important question for you. Just really important question. Can you just tell me what this sound is real quick? Do you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. I don't really know what that is.
Okay, you've never heard that before though.
It's like a king for like a message or something, right?
Definitely a message, yeah.
Like if you get an email or text message or you get all those different ringtones for your messages and it comes up with different noises for your preference or something. Is that what that is or what?
It's definitely a noise for your preference, yeah. Like you are spot on, bad. WU.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I wasn't sure. I'm just, trying to throw something out in the wind, see what hits or something, but I don't know. Why? I mean, I'm not going to call people stupid and call them, out their names. I'm going to rap with people straight up like a human being,
Uh-huh.
So sometimes it's not till the last couple of years that people have been looking at me different. And like, I feel like an alien. Like I open up doors for women. I pull out chairs. I'm a complete gentleman. I don't care. And then all of a sudden people like looking at me like I'm crazy. Like I should be minding my own business or else I'm going to get a knife in my back for opening the wrong door to the wrong person who's independent. Like, dude, I'm just opening a fucking door for you. What the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And it's retarded. I don't understand it. I feel like an
Okay.
alien.
Well, bad.
I
Come
love
on
people.
now.
Yeah.
Come on. We don't use that word here, bad.
Yeah, and you don't use gun, you use pew pew. That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
We've been trading our rights and our
Bad,
lives
bad, bad.
for
Hold on, hold
something
on.
else that
Bad,
doesn't
bad,
matter.
bad, bad. I use gun all the time. I'm saying we don't use the R slur because it's a slur.
No, it's how you use
No.
it, like gay. Like you
So can a
gay as
white
hell,
person
dog.
bad? Can a
Because
white person say nigga?
that's just a quick
Bad,
diss to your
bad,
boy. You're not talking about
bad,
homosexuality.
bad. Can a white
What's
person say
up?
nigga?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
okay.
grew up thug life, man. I
Oh
was a
my
mobster in
god.
Chicago my whole life since I was 13 years old. Or in the late 80s and early 90s, that was a terms. Those were terms of endearment.
Oh, okay.
Every time you step up on the
Sure.
block, you're like, "What up, nigga? What's going down? What we on
Oh,
tonight?" And all of a sudden, we never had issues. It was only the past few years that certain words got perverted into something ugly and nasty, and it's
oh,
not how I grew up. Our generations
okay.
are different. That's why I feel bad for this
Got
new
it.
generation, because instead of taking up arms
Yeah.
against the government, like the government don't want us to do, they indoctrinate people through gay music, this and that, whatever the hell's going on. And the same reasons that blew up Sodom and Gomorrah back in the day are the same reasons today. But history's been changed. And who
Oh,
changed them? I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say the Jews. And you could sit there and say, "Oh, you anti-Semitic, dog." Well, what? If a Jew person says every single human being on this planet that is a non-Jew, he is a goy to serve us, and even the best of goys shall die. What? He ain't anti-humanity. I'm anti-Semitic, but he ain't an anti-human being. You know
what?
what I'm saying? I mean, I put myself in other people's shoes. Wrong people do the same thing. And they'll see the whole world in a whole different light. Now you'll see the beauty in somebody's face when the moonlight hits it. Because you ain't just blinded by the sun in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? How you know what pussy tastes like if you only eat an asshole? You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. I mean, we bred different. We bred different. They want us weaker and weaker. Now the next generation is gonna be more messed up than you guys. Because right now you guys are chasing the bag, talking about we gotta do this and DEI and we getting that money. Now what happens in the next generation where they overplayed you guys? Like you guys overplayed us. Now let's have real conversations. Because where are your children's future generations gonna be?
Okay, bad. It's see ya. It's time we moved on. How you gonna eat pussy if you only eat an asshole?
People were saying that Jovan was milking that. I asked Jovan to let that keep going. This was my last call, and that made it so worse.
Are you guys saying that you didn't want that to keep going?
You guys know if we had stopped him, we would have never got that. How are you
Oh
gonna know
my
what pussy
god.
tastes like if you're only ever eating asshole? Guys.
Kind of a bar. Not even going front with you. Low key a bar.
No, I so many good edits for that.
Oh my god.
How are you gonna know what pussy tastes like if you only ever eat asshole? Exactly. Brian had to investigate that.
Dude, what the fuck just happened?